All right. Noah, can you hear us?
Yep. Can you hear me?
We have you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. We're going to get to as many questions as we can in the time that we have with Noah. And to we're going to start with Bob Pockris. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Noah, we've talked often about kind of what mentality you're bringing to the track, depending on kind of week, month. I'm curious what your mentality is going into these playoffs.
Just having clean, solid days and not make mistakes and, not over pushing it, knowing where my 100% is and not going to 105% and put myself in bad positions. And, speeding on pit road, that cost us last weekend. I made a lot of mistakes last weekend. So, not overdoing it and trying to get too much and just managing, hey, if we have a third place race car, let's take a third place. Let's not try and get first place and jeopardize our chances of losing points.
Do you think if you do that you make it to the championship four? Do you think your cars are good enough that if you don't need to go 105% to make it to the championship?
It kind of depends on how the races play out. But based off our run last year of 6 third place finishes out of the 7 races, I say our cars are capable.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Okay, our next question will come from Marty. Go ahead, Marty.
Thanks, Amanda. Noah, thanks for the time. I think this may be a question similar to Bob's, but having those back-to-back wins at Richmond and Darlington, does the confidence level or the motivation level go up as you enter the round of 12?
Yeah, I think so. It's a big momentum sport. And, there's a lot of lows and there's some highs, and you got to maximize and take that that momentum onto the next round, or into the next races, and hopefully capitalize. So I feel good as a team right now.
Curious, what track are you looking forward to in the playoffs the most?
Homestead. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have Homestead anymore. I wish. I don't know. Probably the Roval, Talladega, or Phoenix.
Well, you can save Homestead for next year at least, man. Good luck to you.
I can't say anything on the Xfinity.
Good luck, Noah.
Thank you.
All right, our next question here is going to come from Nathan Solomon. Go ahead, Nathan.
Yeah, Noah, thanks for your time today. Obviously, lots happened with you over the last few weeks, including re-signing with JRM. So I'm just curious, did the announcement of the re-signing with JRM kind of serve as a momentum boost for your team?
No, I really don't think it really changed much. It just kind of coincidentally happened that we signed, and then obviously it takes your mind off that part. But we had it signed a week and a half prior to that, 2 weeks. So I think I signed it before we went to Daytona. So they announced it right before that. But yeah, I don't think it really changed a whole lot on our performance. It just coincidentally happened that way.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're going to go to Mitchell Brewer. Go ahead, Mitchell.
Noah, is there a sense of excitement going back to Las Vegas this weekend where it'll be more fans than we've seen in the past year there?
Yeah, I think fans are great. I love just the excitement they bring to the racetrack, and it gets me amped up just seeing how excited they are. So, yeah, I think it's great having fans this weekend at the racetrack. And, Vegas is a great place. It's the hometown. I wish there was home track advantage or home field advantage in racing, but there's not, unfortunately. So, but yeah, before these races, I think just seeing those fans, it definitely amps me up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, just want to double check. Any final questions for Noah? All right, we're going to go to Chase from NASCAR.com. Go ahead, Chase.
Hey, Noah, thanks for joining us. So my question for you is, how does, clicking off 2 wins in a row there right before the postseason starts, what does that do for a driver's mentality going into a postseason that's just as competitive as any other season we've seen?
Well, I think the timing of it is the most important thing. We've had a rough season to start the year, but having come like you said, coming on strong here right before the playoffs. Momentum is big in our sport, and having confidence is big. And so, the timing's kind of working out in that sense. And so, it's a high pressure environment in the playoffs, and stress is high. But at the same time, coming into it, and hopefully you can keep that snowball rolling and keep that momentum going, and having that confidence when you show up to the racetrack. So with the way our last few weeks have gone and the way our playoffs went last year, I have a ton of confidence into this year's playoffs.
And a second question for you. I mean, obviously, you go on social media or read an article or whatever, and you see all the talks about AJ and Austin for this championship, with how close that battle was for the regular season title. When you read that stuff or you see that or hear it, do you feel overlooked? Do you feel like, well, we're here too, especially after those wins?
I don't read that shit.
Thanks, Noah. I appreciate it.
That doesn't matter to me. I know that we're confident as a team, so it's just all BS on there, honestly.
Thank you, Noah. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. That appears to be all the questions we have for Noah. Noah, thanks so much for joining us. We wish you the best of luck in the playoffs.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.